So we have a problem. I just reached level 40 fishing on my Old School RuneScape free-to-play account, and my player is hungry for some lobster. And I know what you're thinking, Josh, just go to Musa Point. Just go fish lobsters there. Well, I don't want to put everything in a deposit box. I don't want to run to Port Sarim every single time I want to fish. I don't want to pay 30 GP for a charter back and forth every single time I want to go. So what I'm doing is I'm going to take the harder route. I'm going to get the necessary quest points I need to complete Dragon Slayer Part 1, and I am going to unlock Corsair Cove. If you're new here, hi, my name is Joss, and this is my Surviving Free-to-Play series where I teach you everything that you need to know to have a successful Old School RuneScape free-to-play account. So we're just going to get right into it. As of right now, I have 17 quest points. For Dragon Slayer Part 1, you need 32. If you know math, that's a difference of 15 quest points. So the way that I'm going to get up to that point is I'm going to complete Black Knight's Fortress for 3 quest points, Goblin Diplomacy for 5 quest points, Demon Slayer for 3 quest points, and Ernest the Chicken for 4 quest points, totaling the 15 quest points that I need to start Dragon Slayer Part 1. And first one up on the chopping block is Black Knight's Fortress. Now for this quest, you're going to need 12 quest points, 1 bronze med helm, 1 iron chain body, and 1 cabbage that has not been picked from Drainer. Recommended items are a teleport to Falador, food, and armor. You need to be able to survive being attacked by multiple level 33 knights. And the rewards are 3 quest points and 2,500 coins. Now, it's not a crazy reward, but those quest points are definitely going to be very beneficial when it comes to Dragon Slayer. To start this quest, you're going to talk to Sir Amic Varese in Falador. He is located in the White Knight's Fortress, I think this is what the area is called. But you'll just have to go to the top floor here and he should be waiting for you along with his cutest little dog. I think this might be the cutest dog I've seen in RuneScape, Sir Brewis. I want him to come home with me. He is very cute. He's a regal little fellow. I just want to give him, I can pet him. What a good boy. Oh, he's talking to me. Oh, he's so cute. I wish he could follow me around, or I could do something in RuneScape that would allow me to have him as a pet because he's very cute. And now you're going to talk to the man of the hour, Sir Amic Varese. You're going to go through the dialogue options until he offers you a quest. And at that point, he'll give you a little bit more information of the quest that you'll be doing, and then you will start the quest. He tells you that the Black Knights have started making strange threats to them, the White Knights demanding large amounts of money and land and threatening to invade Falador if they don't pay them. Normally it wouldn't be a problem, but they claim to have a powerful new secret weapon. Your mission, as the person accepting the quest, if you decide to accept it, is to infiltrate their fortress and find out what their secret weapon is and to sabotage it. You're going to start that quest. He says, good luck. Let me know how you get on. Cool. So for the beginning of the quest, we already need all 3 of the items. So the bronze med helm, the iron chain body, and the cabbage that has not been from Drainer. Once you have all 3 of the items, you're going to enter the Black Knight Fortress. Make sure at this point you're prepared for the level 33s to attack you if you are around the level that they would normally attack you. I geared up with all of my regular melee gear because if these Black Knights are level 33, I am only level 41, which means I am absolutely going to get hit. I also brought a little bit of food and I made sure I kept my cabbage far away from my food so that I don't accidentally eat it. Now, you will start to be attacked by these Black Knights as soon as you're walking up into the fortress. So what I would recommend is wait until you have full run and then just run all the way inside, because if you stop, you're just gonna get attacked and you will probably burn through most of your food. You do have to have the bronze med helm and the iron chain body equipped before you can enter in the door, or they will stop you and not let you in. Once you're in, you're gonna push the wall, then you're gonna go up the ladder again, and down this ladder, and then up this, open this door, and then up this ladder. So many ladders. And then you're gonna go down this ladder, and then you're gonna open this door, and you're gonna go down that ladder. And finally, you're in a spot that you can't get attacked because no one else is here. There's a grill over here. You're gonna listen at this. So we're talking about the secret weapon. Taken 5 years, but it's almost ready. He's saying that only a Drainer Manor cabbage will do. Don't get lazy. Poor little goblin. So now I believe we're just going to go all the way back through the steps that we just took in all of the ladders that we went up and down and up and down. Now we're down. We're gonna go through, you're gonna get stopped. You're gonna say, I don't care, I'm going in anyway. You're gonna go up this ladder and then you're gonna go around the edge and you're gonna push this wall. Now at this step, make sure you're using your cabbage on the hole, not eating it, because if you eat it, you're gonna have to go back through all of those same steps again. It looks like, from what I can tell, the hole is on top of the cauldron that we were originally at just a second ago. So it looks like I'm just gonna bloop, drop one down in there. And here is our cutscene. Miss Witch trying to figure out where the heck her goblin is. Say, what's that noise? Hopefully Geraldo with the cabbage. Yes, look here. No. My potion. Uh-oh. Things are exploding. So you've sabotaged the potion. Now you're going to run all the way back to Falador. You're going to talk to Sir Amic Varese himself, and then you will finish the quest. If you're someone like me who does not have 37 magic to just teleport in and out of Falador, you probably used up a lot of your run on just this part. So that's why I was saying it's so important to just let yourself rest for a couple of minutes before you get into the Black Knight's Fortress, because I mean, you can easily, like, thankfully I didn't take too many hits because I'm wearing gear that has quite high defense, but if I wasn't, I'm sure I would have needed to eat. I obviously had way overkill when it came to food, so thankfully I didn't have to use any of it. But if I needed to, I had it, and that's what's important. So just learning those little hacks is one of the most important things that'll get you through your free-to-play journey. We are now back in Falador. We're going to talk to Sir Amic Varese. You're going to tell him that you have sabotaged the potion, and you're going to explain to him exactly what they were talking about. He's going to hand you 2,500 coins, and you're going to finish the quest. So congratulations, we just finished the Black Knight's Fortress. We got 3 quest points and 2,500 coins. Such an easy quest with a high quest point reward, so I'm pretty happy about that. We are now at the second stop of the evening. We're going to complete Goblin Diplomacy. This has got to be one of the fastest quests that you could ever do to give you such great reward of 5 quest points, 200 crafting experience, and a gold bar. To complete the quest, you need 1 blue dye, 1 orange dye, which is used from combining a yellow dye and a red dye together. You'll also need 3 goblin mail. The quest walks you through how to get everything before you even start. And then once you do start, you present the answers to the goblins. They figure out which one they want. They battle to the death. And then you're done. That's it. That's literally it. So first, you're going to go all the way up to the Goblin Village, which is just a little bit northwest of Falador. You're going to go up this first ladder, and we're going to find our first goblin mail. We're going to search the crate. There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. Number 1, done. We're going to climb down the ladder. We're going to go search this crate over here. Once we open the door, we're going to search this crate over here. And then lastly, to get our third goblin mail, we're going to push through these large doors. Oh, just kidding. It's outside. We're going to search this crate that's outside of this other big building. Now we have 3 goblin mails. What you're going to do is you are going to use your blue dye on the first one. We're going to combine our yellow and red dyes to make orange dye. We're going to use that on the second one. And then you have just the regular goblin mail, brown, ugly, yuck. So now what we're going to do is we're going to talk to General Bentnose, and he's going to say, should we wear green armor? No, you're stupid. Blah, blah, blah. Basically, they're arguing over what color armor is the best. So here's going to listen in on their conversation, and then you're going to offer to pick the colors for them. They basically say, yeah, as long as you pick green or red, sure, we're fine. And then you say, what about a different color? And he says, well, that wouldn't be wrong, but at least Wartface not right. And then they say that the other guy is not right. And they say, hey, bring us new colors. And you'll be offered to start the Goblin Diplomacy quest, and you will click yes. You better not click no. You tell him that you can do that. What color should we try? Orange might be good. Orange armor, cool. Since you already have it in your inventory, there you go. The fashion show commences. He tells him to put on the armor. Yes, what is this Project Runway? Look at what I did. So cute. I actually think the orange complements the green very well. It's giving like Shrek vibes. They're agreeing that blue might be good. Well, thank goodness you actually have blue with you. And now you have to go through the same dialogue until you tell them that, hey, I've got some blue armor. Now they ask Grubfoot to go change out of the orange armor and put the blue armor on. Actually, I think I might like that better. That's cute. Okay, so now they're saying, hey, get us some brown armor. And you're like, bruh, y'all already have brown armor. Like that's the armor that you guys use. So you're going to talk to him again, let him know you have some brown armor. The High Lords are going to ask Grubfoot to change again into the brown armor. Grubfoot is going to do as he's told. So plain. I like the blue personally. You know, they really should have let me pick because I would have picked the blue, not brown, but whatever. Either way, we just finished the quest. It literally took like, I don't even think that took 5 minutes. I think that genuinely took like probably 2 minutes to complete. It takes you longer to actually get everything you need for the quest than it does to actually finish the quest, which is crazy. But we leveled up from level 1 to level 5 crafting. So that's awesome. Next up is Ernest the Chicken. This quest does not have any item requirements with the exception of your player being able to survive a level 22 skeleton attacking you. Although the rewards for this quest are partially beneficial for members, non-members do get the benefit of at least the 4 quest points and the 300 coins. If you are a member, then you also get access to the kilowatt plane and the ability for kilowatts to be assigned as a slayer task. So even though it's not a crazy cool reward for free-to-play members, I mean, you still get 4 quest points, which definitely aids towards that Dragon Slayer quest. So we're checking it off the list. You're going to start by talking to Veronica, and she's going to ask if you can help her, and immediately you're going to start the Ernest the Chicken quest. She says her fiance Ernest and I came upon this house. Seeing as we were a little lost, Ernest decided to go in and ask for directions, and that was about an hour ago. She's saying the house looks very scary and she wants me to see if I can go in and find him. So we're gonna start off going in through the ground floor. We're going to open the door right here, and then we're going to climb up the staircase and pick up the fish food. You're going to go through this door over here, and then it's kind of hard to see, but you're going to walk through this door and collect the fish food. You're going to go back downstairs, and you're going to pick up poison from the northwest room, which is just over here. Lastly, you're going to use the poison on the fish food. And you're going to pick up the spade in the east room and exit the manor through the door in the same room. So this is all the way over here. So we're going to walk through this door that goes into that room, pick up the spade, and then you're going to open the door over here. Now you're on the exterior of the castle. Next, you're going to search the compost heap that's west of the manor. So that's going to be, it looks like just right over here. If you can see that on the map, we're going to search this compost bin, and you dig through the compost and you find a small key. Use the poisoned fish food on the fountain southwest of the manor, which is just a little bit south of where you're at right now. And the piranhas in a fountain is insane, first of all. The piranhas start eating the fish food and then they die and float to the surface. You're going to search the fountain, and there's a pressure gauge and a lot of dead fish. Fortunately, you pick up the pressure gauge and not a dead fish. Next up, you're going to go back to the manor's ground floor, and you're going to enter into the small room north of the staircase with the key and pick up the rubber tube. The small room that you're going to is right behind the staircase, and you unlock the door and then take the rubber tube. Oh man, I didn't think he was actually going to attack me. That's okay. I have enough food. Next up, you're going to search the bookcase in the room west of where you were just at, and you will enter a secret room. So how do we get there? We're going to go through this door and then go down that way. The bookcase opens, and now you're in the secret room. You're going to climb down the ladder. All right, now this part is quite important because you're going to open up different doors. So you're going to want to pull the levers in this exact order. You're going to run to the south, and you're going to pull lever A. And then you're going to run back east. You're going to pull lever B. And then you're going to go through the door that opens to the north, and you're going to pull lever D. I actually remember doing this without a quest guide, and it was one of the most frustrating things I think I've ever experienced. Once you pull lever D, you're going to go back through the door and pull lever B again. You're going to go back down south and pull lever A. Then you're going to go through the second door that's north of you. Go to the west door in that room, and then the north door in the following room, and then that's where you're going to find lever E. And then you're going to pull lever F that's in the same room. Then you're going to pull lever C, which is in the room, the big room to the east of you. So you're gonna go through the east door, and then you're gonna pull lever C. And then lastly, you're gonna go all the way back through and pull lever E again. So west door in the big room, west door in the small room, and then lever E. Then you're gonna go kind of back through all of the doors that you got to get up to this small room. And you're gonna see an oil can that is now dropped on the floor to the big room all the way to the west. You're gonna go through that door and you're gonna pick up the oil can. Now that you have all of the items, you're gonna go up to the top floor of the mansion and talk to Professor Audenstein, where you're gonna give him all of the items and complete the quest. To leave this room, you're gonna pull this lever right here. The doors will open, and then we run all the way up to the top. And open the door over here, and you're gonna talk to Professor Audenstein. He says, be careful, there's a lot of dangerous stuff in here. You're asking if he knows of a guy named Ernest. Weird. There's a chicken here. He says, Ernest. I think he might be helping me a little bit. You say, oh, you know where he is then? And then the professor says, he's actually that chicken over there. And then you say, Ernest is a chicken? Excuse me? The professor says he's not normally a chicken, or at least he wasn't until he helped me with a potion. It was originally going to be called a transmutation machine, but after testing whatever he ended up naming it that I'm not going to try to pronounce, that's what he ended up doing. You tell him to change him back this instant. Professor says, well, it's not that easy. My machine's broken, blah, blah, blah. You say, okay, well, I can look for them. He said that would help. And lucky for him, you actually went and got all of the items that he needed before he even told you what he needed. So you're just going to talk to him again, letting him know that you found everything that he needed. And he says, let's get it fixed then. So he starts to fix his equipment. And look at that. We get to meet Ernest. He thanks you because he obviously doesn't want to be a chicken for the rest of his life. And you finish the quest with 4 quest points, 300 coins. And if you remember, you get that cool Slayer task that you can now kill Killer Wasp, I think it was. So congratulations. Last but certainly not least, we have the Demon Slayer quest. For this one, you will need 1 coin, 25 unnoted bones, 1 bucket of water, armor, and food. Obviously, if you are under level 27, it's probably not advised that you do this quest, but if you're anywhere close to me, being level 41, it is absolutely no issue at all. I probably won't even need to eat, but I did bring 1 little chicken just in case I need to. The recommended items for this quest are a Varrock teleport and a teleport to the Wizard's Tower. You will need to defeat a level 27 enemy as well. I think this might be one of the first quests where we actually have to defeat an enemy in order to complete the quest. And at the end, you get 2 rewards, the weapon called Silverlight and 3 quest points. Just so everyone knows, you will be running around a lot during this quest, so I would highly recommend not wearing your armor and everything until literally the very last step, because you don't even need it up until that point. So save yourself the headache, don't do what I did, and don't wear your armor throughout the entire quest because it's not smart. Starting off, you're going to talk to Eris in the Varrock Center. This is her cute little colorful tent right here. You're just going to talk to her until she asks you if you want to start the Demon Slayer quest, and you're going to select yes. It seems like she's trying to put you under some kind of spell or trying to read your fortune or read your future. You ask her if she's all right. Now she starts talking about someone named Delrith, a very powerful demon. She keeps looking at him. Apparently he tried to destroy the city 150 years ago, and he was stopped just in time by a great hero named Wally. Using his magic sword Silverlight, Wally managed to trap the demon in a stone circle just south of the city. Silverlight, like I said, is the weapon that you'll end up getting as a reward at the end of this quest as well. Continuing in the dialogue, you're going to ask, okay, where is he? I'll kill him for you. She says, you have so much confidence. Last, you're going to ask, so how did Wally kill Delrith? And you go into a cutscene. She says that he will come forth from the stone again, and she would imagine the evil sorcerer is already starting the rituals to summon him as we speak. So from here, we're going to go north and talk to Sir Prison in the southwest corner of the Varrock Castle. That's going to be right about in this area. And talk to him and say that Eris said I should come and talk to you. He says, oh my gosh, she's still alive. I haven't heard from her in forever. You click the option, I need to find Silverlight, and he says, what do you need to find that for? And you tell him that you need to fight Delrith. Delrith? I thought the world was rid of him thanks to my great-grandfather. You're gonna select the second option. He's back, and unfortunately, I've got to deal with him. He says, you don't look up to much. I suppose Silverlight may be good enough to carry you through. Problem is getting Silverlight, meaning he doesn't have it. You ask him to give you the key. He says, well, it's not that easy. Seems like the other keys are in the hands of some other people. Once you finish talking to him, you're gonna go to the northwest corner of the castle and go up the stairs and go up again. And up here, you're gonna talk to Captain Roven. You're gonna select the option, yes, I know, but it's important. Please talk to me. He says, okay, I'm listening. Tell me what's so important. You're gonna select the option, there's a demon who wants to invade the city. He says, is it a powerful demon? You say, yes, very. He says, as good as the palace guards are, I don't know if they're up to taking on the demon. It's not them who are going to fight the demon, it's me. He says, what? All by yourself? You say, yep, I'm going to use Silverlight. Do you know what keys I need? He said, yeah, but why should I give it to you? You're going to select Sir Prison, or maybe it's Prison. You're going to select Sir Prison said you would give me the key. He said, oh, did he? Well, maybe I should report him. And then you ask, why did he give you one of the keys then? He says, only because the king ordered him to. The king couldn't get Sir Prison to part with his precious ancestral sword, but he made him lock it up so he couldn't lose it. I got one key. I think one of the wizards got another. Now, what happened to the third one? And apparently Sir Prison dropped it down the drain. You finally convinced him to give you the key. He hands it over, and now we go back downstairs and we have to use the bucket of water on the drain just outside of the kitchen. Finally, you're going to use your bucket of water on the drain. You say, okay, I think I've washed it down the sewer. Now you have to go down and get it. I'm going to drop my bucket as of right now because I don't need it anymore. And now you're going to head over to the Varrock sewer so you can go and get the key. Now that you're down in the sewer, you're just gonna head directly north and you should see the rusty key on the ground. There we go. Rusty key has been secured. Once you got the rusty key from the Varrock sewers, you're gonna head all the way over to the Wizard's Tower and talk to Wizard Trailborn. This is where you're gonna give him all 25 of the unnoted bones. The quest does mention that you don't have to bring them all in one inventory. You can make multiple trips if you need to. So we're gonna talk to the wizard right here. You're gonna talk about Demon Slayer. He says, Sir Prison, who's that? What would I want his key for? You say, well, have you got any keys knocking around? He says, now you come to mention it. Yes, I do have a key. It's in my special closet of valuable stuff. Now, how do I get into that? I sealed it using one of my magic rituals, so it would make sense that another ritual would open it again. He's thinking of which ritual to use. He says, yes, a simple Drazer style ritual should suffice. The main problem is I need 25 sets of bones. Now, where the heck am I going to get that? Well, sir, I have already done the dirty work for you. I am just going to talk to him and give him all of the bones. He says, wings of dark and color 2, spreading in the morning dew. Locked away, I have a key. Return it now, please, on to me. Wow, how cool. And there you go. You've got your third key. All different types of Silverlight keys. You say thank you very much. Now from here, we're going to go back downstairs and head all the way back over to where you just were in Varrock. So I'm back in Varrock and I'm going to talk to Sir Prison, and you're letting him know that you got all 3 keys, and he takes off Silverlight and hands it to you. Thank you, good sir. Thank you. He said, the sword belonged to my great-grandfather. Make sure you treat it with respect. Now go kill that demon. Now, at this point, I would recommend getting your gear, getting all of the food and everything that you'll need. He is only a level 27. I'm not too worried about it since I'm almost 20 levels above him. I just brought 4 chickens with me, and of course I have Silverlight. So the instructions say that you have to kill him using Silverlight at the Dark Wizards south of Varrock. Once defeated, you'll need to say the magic words to banish him. For every player, I do think that the incantation is different. So whatever it ends up being for me, don't follow it to a T because it's most likely going to be different for you. Oh, how it's come full circle, because this is the first place where I died at the beginning of the series. All right, they are summoning him. The wizards cast an evil spell, and there he is. Ha ha ha. At last you're free, my demonic brother. Rest now, and then you have revenge in the pitful city. They say, who's that? That's me. No, not Silverlight. And then everyone runs because they're scared. They're so scared. But we need to attack this guy. We don't care about the Dark Wizards because... Oh, okay. I thought I could just use the last hit for Silverlight. I didn't realize I needed to use it there. Oh, y'all, he's literally 7 HP. He's a level 27, but he has only 7 HP. I one-hit him. Okay, incantation. Gabino. Making sure it's right. Perchai. Carlum. Carminthum. And Aber. He is sucked back into the vortex. You're going to banish him. Goodbye. He's back into the dimension from where he came. And there we go. We got Silverlight, and we also got our 3 quest points. And just like that, we now have enough quest points to complete Dragon Slayer Part 1. I'm not gonna lie, I am just a little bit scared because this is gonna be one of the biggest quests I've done in quite a long time. I know it takes a lot. I'm gonna have to get some more levels because I know there's a couple level 80s that I have to defeat. Thankfully, I know for sure at least one of them is safe spottable. I'm not sure about the others, but I cannot wait for the amount of XP that I get from this next quest. And of course, unlocking Corsair Cove because like I said, my player's hungry and she wants some lobbies. So there's only one way we're gonna get that for her, and it's not on Musa Point. It's gonna be on Corsair Cove. That's gonna be the first time that I go and fish lobbies. It's gonna be on that island. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like and comment down below. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye!